What's up everybody, it's Rob the Undead Gamer here and everyone watching on TheHossyShow, thanks for tuning in. So DLC's a thing. Now DLC is quite a weird topic for gamers. You either love it or you hate it, simple as. And to be honest, it's one of those weird things. It's either worth your money or not at all, if you think about it. I mean, being gamers, we're strapped for cash most of the time, buying the latest games, which cost £40 or $60 a pop wherever you're from, which is quite expensive. So as gamers, we want to ensure that buying DLC is right and worth its money. Now with DLC, a lot of gaming companies can either do it right or do it wrong, in my own personal opinion. And those that do it right are ones that give you more content and extend the game further for a good price. Others that don't either try and sell you pointless crap or just give you a little bit of extended gameplay or content for a quite expensive price. Now I know you don't have to buy DLC, and DLC that I don't want to get or I don't think's worth it, I don't buy it because it's totally optional. But map packs and things like that, for Call of Duty for example, when they do the extra map packs, I think that's pretty worth it, you know, it's giving you a lot more content and extending your game further, a lot more enjoyment for you as well as the gamer. Plus it's not just one map they sell you, it's a number of maps, which is great for the price it is. Another game that I think does it right, or another gaming company such as Bethesda, with Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim and Dawnguard. Great expansion pack, worth the money, giving you hours and hours more content to play. Those are sort of companies that do it right. However, companies such as Lionhead Studios, which I can think of one that comes into mind, with the Fable series, where they sell downloadable content so you can get a costume or a weapon, to me it's kind of pointless. You know, I think, hey, why don't you spend so many Microsoft points in order to get a dog costume or something, or the motherfucker weapon? To me it's totally pointless, and I think, well, why couldn't you have added that in the game anyway? It just sort of seems that some companies want to just try and bleed as much money from their consumers as possible. I mean, admittedly, you don't have to buy the downloadable content, you don't have to buy that weapon, you don't have to buy that costume, and I don't. I want to stress that, I don't. So to all you haters that are like, well, you don't have to buy it then, yeah, I don't. But it still makes me wonder why people do. I don't understand it. But I'm definitely all for gaming companies extending your game and making the experience better, you know, such as Call of Duty, Gears of War, games like that where they sell you extra map packs so you can enjoy your time online a lot more, and new content is always great, gamers always love it. And even expansion packs such as I said, Skyrim Dawnguard expansion, that's great, that's adding hours of gameplay onto it. Even Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto expansion packs, you know, the Undead Nightmare and the Ballad of Gay Tony. Real great expansion packs adding hours more gameplay to, you know, your favourite game or whatever. They are definitely worth it, definitely worth the money. And with DLC having so many sort of pros and cons about it, it sort of makes you wonder what could be the future of DLC. Because there are definitely those companies, as I've said, that are doing it exactly right and definitely doing it for the gamer and making the gamer feel, hey, I'm going to get this downloadable content, it's worth the money, and I'm getting what I want out of it. You know, some companies are not, in my opinion, and some companies are doing sort of unnecessary things which makes you think they're trying to just make more money out of you. But what could the future of DLC be? Could more companies think, hey, this DLC is a thing, it's doing pretty well, some other gaming companies are doing pretty well out of DLC, let's try and do as much as we can out of DLC. And by making a game half finished and then having the gamer buy more DLC in order to finish the game bit by bit. Now, it's a slight worry with all this, you know, downloadable content being quite a popular thing at the moment and getting more popular and more companies doing it, more games having DLCs available to them. It's just a sort of worry if you think into the future a bit, maybe this is what gaming companies could think of doing, half-heartedly making a game that's, you know, so long, 20 hours long, and then thinking, but it's not finished. We've got another 20 hours of gameplay left to give you, but we're going to give it to you all in DLC. Hopefully this will not happen in gaming. I mean, I'm just predicting the future. It's not even the future that I'm predicting, but it's a possibility that I think some gaming companies possibly are toying with. There's been a lot of rumours about Capcom thinking up things like this with their new games, Resident Evil and things like this, and it's, to be honest, it's not on. If you research it, you can find some stuff of gaming companies that are thinking of doing stupid crap. But Capcom is definitely one of those that are thinking of doing stupid crap, especially with downloadable content. But talking of gaming companies that do stupid crap, Sleeping Dogs, for example, that come out this week or last week, I believe, and already that's got DLC. How and why? You know, as far as I'm aware, that's something, a little add-on to give you a little bit extra in the game. But why couldn't they have added things like that in the game? Why is there a need to make DLC, release the game, and then release DLC straight after? Because as far as I'm aware, DLC should come at least a month after the game's been released. So, you know, you've at least got the option of, hey, I've completed the game now after a month, but the company's released the DLC, so I can extend my game. Companies that release DLC right after the game, you're doing it wrong, in my opinion. In my opinion, you're doing it wrong, and you shouldn't be doing things like that, because it just... Why couldn't you put it into the game? Just why not? Because it does look like you're trying to make more money out of us. Gaming as it is quite an expensive hobby, as we all know. So we obviously want to be careful and look after our precious pounds, dollars, whatever currency you use. So it does frustrate me when gaming companies do things like that, and it just looks like they're trying to make more money out of you. But down to it, DLC, in my opinion, is a great idea and something that a lot of companies should do. Whether they do it right or wrong, it's up to them. And at the end of the day, if I think a company's doing it wrong, well, then I'm not going to buy the DLC. But for those companies that I think are doing it right, and I think the DLC is worth my time, my money, and I'm getting what I want out of it, then hells yeah, I'm going to buy it. Dawn Guard, here I come. But that's just my opinion. So anyway, guys, what do you think about DLC? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Or, you know, do you like it when certain companies do it right? Or do you hate it when other companies do it a different way? But tell me, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'm Rob, the Undead Gamer. I'll catch you next time.